Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we will going to discuss about what is the budget line. This is also one of the important topic in of consumer behavior. So we have already completed the equilibrium condition of one commodity case, equilibrium condition of two commodity case, the law of equimarginal utility, which is. So today we are going to do this budget line, and we are going to show that what is the equilibrium of a consumer by using this budget line and indifference curve. The aim of a consumer is what? To maximize utility. The point where the consumer will maximize its utility, that will be only its equilibrium point. So we have already discussed this earlier, that what is the equilibrium point, that the point at which the consumer maximizes the utility is the equilibrium point. So now we are going to discuss what is this budget line. Suppose we have drawn two axes and measure food on x-axis and clothing on y-axis. This is the origin, and these are the different points on the budget line. So the different points on the budget line. Now what is that? What does this budget line show? What does the budget line show? Budget line shows a various combination of two goods. This is one combination, this is one combination, this is one combination. So this is a various combination of two goods. Here two goods we have measured, food and clothing, which can be purchased with a given budget. Budget will be given. Budget will be given. And with that given budget, prices of the two goods will also be given. Prices of the two goods is also be given. That means what? This budget line shows the various combination of the two goods which can be purchased at a given budget and with the given price of the two goods. Next, now there are the two, we have to follow the two assumptions while drawing this budget line. We are going to follow two assumptions. While we are drawing the budget line, we are going to follow the two assumptions. What are the assumptions? First is, money income of the consumer is fixed. Money income is given. Money income of the consumer is fixed. So here money income of the consumer is given. Next is, prices of the two goods are given. Prices of the two goods are given. First, money income is given, when money income is fixed, and next prices are given. Prices of the two goods are given. Then only we can draw the budget line. Okay, next what we can see, that the budget line is negatively sloped. Your budget line is what? It is negatively sloped. Now negatively sloped because what? If the consumer want to purchase more of one commodity, then what he have to do? He have to sacrifice some amount of the other commodity. Okay, then he has to sacrifice some amount of other commodity. Otherwise he cannot able to get why the slope of the budget line is downward sloping. Why the budget line is downward sloping? Because if the consumer wants to get more of one commodity, then he has to sacrifice some amount of the other commodity. Because what? Because his money income is given, that is fixed, that cannot be increased. So with that given money income, he has to purchase one commodity. If he want to purchase more amount of one commodity, then he has to sacrifice some amount of the other commodity. That is why the budget line is downward sloping. And what else we can understand from here? The slope of the budget line, is equal to minus px by py. What is this minus px by py? It is a negative ratio of the prices of the two commodities. Negative ratio of the prices of the two commodities. This is the slope of the budget line. And what else we can understand from here? See, the budget line is what? A straight line. A budget line is a straight line. Why it is straight line? As we have assumed that prices of the two commodities are given. The prices of the two commodities are given. Here X is what? X is the price of food, what we have measured on the x-axis, and Y is what? The price of clothing, which we have measured on the y-axis. Now next, with the help of this budget line and indifference map, we are going to show the consumer's equilibrium. Now we are going to show the consumer's equilibrium by using indifference map and budget line. Will the consumer attain his equilibrium? When he will maximize his satisfaction. At that point only the consumer will attain the equilibrium. Provided what? Given his money income and the prices of the two commodities. Given his money income and money income given and prices of two goods are also given. The point where the consumer will maximize his satisfaction, that is the consumer's equilibrium point. And now we are going to explain this equilibrium point with the help of the indifference map and the budget line. Now for this reason, two conditions need to be fulfilled for the consumer to be in equilibrium. So what are the two conditions? First condition is, see, what are the two conditions here has to be fulfilled? First condition is what? M minus xy will be equal to px by py, which is a necessary condition, but it is not a sufficient condition for equilibrium. Next condition is what? The indifference curve or the IC curve has to be convex to the origin. So these are the two conditions that need to be fulfilled for the consumer to attain its equilibrium. Okay, now let us draw the diagram. Now look at this diagram. We have drawn the budget line, which is indicated by KL. This is the budget line. And we have drawn three indifference curve. Indifference map we have drawn here, IC1, IC2 and IC3. What we can see that IC2 is tangent to the budget line at point T. this indifference map also this indifference curve also we have drawn, which is outside the budget line, and this indifference curve IC1, which is inside the budget line. Consumer will not purchase any commodity which is to the right of the budget line. Why the consumer will not attain any commodity which is to the right of the budget line? Because it is not, means the consumer, it is out of the reach of the consumer. Consumer cannot afford it because it is beyond the budget line. Your budget is rupees 100. You cannot buy anything which is 200 because that is beyond your reach. So here also same thing. The consumer will not buy anything to the right of the budget line because it is beyond his reach. On the other hand, consumer will also not buy any combination which is inside, which is to the left of the budget line, which is inside the budget line, as because it lies on the lower indifference curve. It lies on the lower indifference curve. It will not buy anything inside the budget line because it is on the lower indifference curve. Any point of combination, suppose combination point A. Point A is what? Point A is lying inside the budget line. So the consumer will not buy any combination of the goods which is inside the budget line because it lies on the lower indifference curve. It is lying on the lower indifference curve. IC1 is here the lower indifference curve. But what we can see, the tangency point we can see. Which is the tangency point? Point P is the tangency point. Point P is the tangency point. Now what is this tangency point? Tangency point is where the budget line touch the indifference curve here. Okay, and where this T touch, it lies on the higher indifference curve. It lies on the higher indifference curve, and also what? It is subject to budget constraint. It is affordable. It is neither outside the budget line nor inside the budget line, but within the budget line. Okay, point T is within the budget line, and also this point is on the higher indifference curve. This point is on the higher indifference curve. Okay, point A, this is not the best combination because it lies on the lower indifference curve. Okay, next, point B. Point B combination is also not preferred because it lies on the higher indifference curve, but it is beyond the reach of the consumer. Okay, that means what? The consumer equilibrium can be attained only at this point T, which is within the budget line and also which lies on the higher indifference curve. So at this point the consumer will maximize its utility. So that will be the equilibrium point. Okay, this cannot be the equilibrium point. Point D also cannot be the equilibrium point. Only point T can be the equilibrium point because all the conditions are fulfilled at point T. So this is for the today's class. So don't miss any video. Please subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss up any videos, because we are going to discuss more about the new syllabus of ISC, CBSE 2023-24. Those who will be appearing for the exams in this year in 2024. So for them it is a very important thing, and each and every topic is discussed in detail so that you don't have any doubt. if you're having any doubt, please rewind the video and listen again and again. You can able to understand each and everything, because I have discussed everything in details only for the students, those who will be appearing for the ISC. We will discuss with another topic in another video. Thanks for watching.